there, or you can give me an example of one of these.
One of them is 0977.
So 0977 is a service billback, operating expense service billback, rolls up to expense. If I look at the expense or the income statement, 09 is going to be, aren't those non-ops? 08?
It'll be in the allocations.
Okay.
So if you expand that, and then down there, those allocations, is that where it is? No? Oh, service billback. There's a service billback section right below that.
Got it.
So it should be there. Service billback to HK is there.
Yeah. 0977.
There it is.
Okay, so
those two are the new ones.
So there's no actuals here yet, and if I roll the model on this account just to see if there's any formulas, we're going to assume there's not, but this is my typical test. I'd be looking for a purple hash mark anywhere here. I don't see any. So I'm going to go back, and same thing with department expense input sheet. Is there, okay, so all those kind of get grouped into this allocations and IC charges. So we'll add a 0977 to the bottom for now, and you guys know how to move them around in here. So let's add the custom account first. 0977 service bill back to ACH. So I'm going to pop open another admin screen and manage my customs. And the account grouping I want to put it in is called allocations and IC charges. So I'm going to go find that. I think I just found it. That definitely looks like it. And just note that all the custom accounts on this sheet are prefixed with exp underscore. So I'm going to create a new custom. And the code is going to be exp underscore. And as far as a name, I'm going to just use this name unless you guys object or want it called something slightly different. That's the code. That's the name. We don't typically change any of these things. They're already defaulted to currency, which is the most important thing. So I'm just going to save it. And it doesn't like the slash that I put in the code, so I'm going to change that to an underscore. And save. Okay, what doesn't it like? Oh, I have spaces here as well. It doesn't like spaces in the code. And save. It likes that. I'm just going to confirm that it's down here. And it is. And we didn't put any numbers in any of these, but I guess we can't because these are not a one-to-one relationship. But this one will be a one-to-one relationship. You want to link this one account?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go refresh the department expense sheet and make sure we can see it there.
It'll take a while because it's
Yeah.
because of the fact you have it.
Anytime we make an admin change, it has to refresh the whole model. So I believe that's the one I just did. Yeah. So now we're going to hook it up to the income statement. And just for an example, I'm going to look at another one next to it. If there are any purple, where was I? I was in here. So we'll go to 098, I'm sorry, it was 0977. So let's use our formula builder. And we're going to look at one next to it. And for example, we could look at 0973. So I'm going to use the formula distributor 0973. That's probably it right there. And you'll notice that the formula is distributed to every single level, and it's the same on every level. It's essentially going to go get that custom account. So we're going to do the same thing for 0977. And it doesn't matter what version I'm in. Actually, it does matter. I take that back. We are doing this in your current version, which is the default. So you'd want to replicate this for any other versions that you'll be using to add data in. So I'm going to say select all in 0977 and set a formula. And
Actually, Can you do it in the second
Sure.
past version? Because I did make a few changes. I haven't enabled it for anybody, but
Is it that guy right
Yeah.
there? Okay. So notice whenever you change versions, it's kind of confusing and a lot of errors get made. It lost where I was, so we have to refine 0977. And we're going to select all and set using the assistant because I already have forgotten the name. I'm going to go to customs and let's,
ACHK.
thank you, ACHK. If this is at the very bottom, that's going to be it. Yeah, so there it is. There's no roll-ups or anything, so this is a simple insert in OK. And for me, I'm going to copy this into my clipboard because I have found that Adaptive sometimes loses this. So I'm copying that in my clipboard and saying save. And it's there. And really quick, do you want me to just hit the other one that's the default? Or
Sure.
just since we're here?
Yeah.
Let's switch to another version and reset my account to 0977. And since I copied it into my clipboard, it's a simple select all, set, paste, and save.
So you have to do this for every version?
Yes, you
But
would have to.
typically, if you add a new account, you probably wouldn't load historical numbers to an old version, so you wouldn't really
And then when
have
you
to.
create a new version, it will,
Yeah.
this infrastructure will carry with it.
So what I'm doing is refreshing both the department expense sheet and the income statement, and we'll put some dummy data in the department expense input sheet. Do you want to also show how we lock the rows, or you kind of got that down? Are we going to do any locking right now?
You can show it, yeah.
Okay.
Just, I mean, I'm not good, but it wouldn't.
For my benefit?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the account. It's empty. I'm just going to pick a random department. I typically go for finance to just put some dummy data in there. Notice the row is white, so we can edit it. And I'm just going to put something substantial so it sticks out in April 2016. And I'm in the first pass final. There it is. Income statement is also first pass final. I'm at the top of the model, but it should just roll right up. And as soon as this refreshes, we'll see if that exists. So I'm impatient, and often when I see it doing this, did it pop right when I did that? Okay.
I think our internet is really slow.
Is that okay? And I'm just going to wait it out.
So did you unlock this forecast?
I haven't made any changes to any versions right now, so they're both
I thought
unlocked.
You just put in 50 million.
I did. 50 million into the first pass.
But don't you have to unlock it to put that in?
No, it's unlocked for a super admin, so he can. It'll always be editable for him right now. We can lock it for him, but we do stuff like this all the time, so it's unlocked.
This is taking an awfully long time to refresh. I wonder, this would be cool. I need to learn how to do this. Can you pause it? No. While that's doing that, oh, here's popping. Good. So I'm looking for 50 mil somewhere.
Service bill.
I can already kind of see it. And there it is. So we know that our link is working between the two sheets. Before I move on, though, I'm going to remove the 50 mil since we confirmed the logic is working. And I typically would, next step for me would be to make sure there's a mapping in place. So when the actuals get uploaded, So I know that it's 0977. It's called service bill back to AC. So what I'm going to do is copy that into my clipboard, and let's go to integration. Import account mappings. Whoa, Danny, we need to talk about this.
What is that?
That's new. They turned it on for you. Import account mappings.
Oh, this is the integration tool?
That's exciting. Yes. Let's add a mapping. So the mappings are, in this case, let's just look at this. It's one.
One if it's a US.
Yeah, one if it's US, or 2 or 3. So what have you been doing? Adding?
Colleen, how have you been doing?
Would I add
Yeah.
this to all 3 of them?
Or do you only add it to where you know it's?
Okay.
Okay.
And this is only going to be used in the 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is pretty straightforward. Then I'm going to add a mapping, but I'm going to do the 1 underscore.
0977.
Yeah, and then that's a simple search for it here. There's my service bill back right there, except, oh,
She did it.
wow, that is awesome. It's already done. So let's just actually, oops, let's just actually find it. 09, I think I went too far.
78 is a new one too, and she did that one.
Excellent. So those are already done, and that is hooking a expense account to a GL account. Stop.